And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees. Biggest storyline coming into this one. He's riding quite the hitting streak, Singy.
Been seeing the ball so well, Boog. One of the toughest outs in the league right now. It'll be interesting to see how they pitch to him today.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll here, and towing the slab, Carlos Rodon. Going to be hard to top his last start, Singy.
He was outstanding. Complete game shutout. He got some great support from his defense. He's got the swing and miss stuff. Everything working for him. We'll see if he's got it today.
And now for the Jays, Bo Bichette. Fought off foul. Rodon ready. Here comes. And that's off the inside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rodon with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string of a changeup.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
In there for strike 1. Vladdy with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Anthony Santander at the plate now. That's ball 1. So here in the 3 spot, Chris, a hitter low average but high slug.
Well, one thing he's going to lean on are the metrics. His exit velocity has been really good. He's just had some bad luck hitting the ball right at people.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the first. Blue Jays nothing. Yankees coming to bat. This is Yankees baseball on the show NYC. Back for more from the Bronx. And getting to start, Bowden Francis. What do you look for here?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year. A sub 3.50 ERA. And, you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub 2s, they're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year. Opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
That's in for a strike.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
1-1 now. Foul ball there. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Left-hand batter waits. That one way inside. This one in the air. Kirk settles underneath it. And there's one down. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored. And you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Aaron Judge stands in now and watches strike one. Judge with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Judge waits. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Kirk slaps the tag on him. 2 away.
Batting third, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
2 down, base is empty. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Swing and a miss. Bellinger with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark. Outside, and that's ball 1.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
Bichette whips it to first, and Bellinger is out. Third out, down in order go the Yankees. We played an inning, no score. All set for the start of the inning. Now, George Springer.
4, George Springer.
Rodon, multi-time All-Star, 32 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2014.
He's a master at hitting fastballs. You need to be careful with location if you're going to throw them.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Manning really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That misses the zone. Now 2-2. Ground ball right side, and that one handled. Slings to first. That takes care of Springer.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Outside. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Right through there for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Second inning here, no score. swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
In there at the knees, and the count 1-1. Fastball for a strike. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Good eye right there. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Two outs. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And that's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
When you go that deep into an at-bat, the hitter usually comes.
Next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. 1 for 3 back on Wednesday. That one catches the zone. It's 0-1. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Paul Goldschmidt now.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Francis back to work. That misses, and that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
No, that slider was way out of the zone. And for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
And there's a foul ball. One out, bases empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, great stop. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Wow, he did everything he could on that play with the throw from his knee, but the hustle down the line was enough to earn him the infield knock, and that's a great baseball play all the way around.
Man at first with one gone. Anthony Volpe digs in now. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball. The 1-1, runner on the go. And no one can get there. Jazz around second, headed for third. Coming home. The relay to the plate. Safe. He beats the tag. And it's 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, it takes so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. Outside low, and the count even 1-1. One out, the runner at second, bottom half of inning number 2. Way out front for strike 2. Not close with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
And now it's filled up. One out and a runner at second. Check on the runner, and he's back in safely. Man at second. In the air to left center. Schneider sizes this one up. He's got it. Runner tags at second. He thought about third, but won't take the chance and heads back to second.
The left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Yeah, that's fouled off. Man on second, 2 down. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. And that one hammered, ranging back. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Everything came together for him. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. Cracks his bat and pops him up. Clement tosses to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We played 2 full. It's the Yankees 2 and the Jays nothing. On to the third inning, and now for the Jays, Davis Schneider.
Schneider.
Well, Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And that's in the dirt.
One ball, one strike.
Next offering is down low. And there's a ball. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Bellinger sizing this one up. And there's one down.
The batter, number 11.
Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Bichette.
Struck out swinging his first time. That one's in there. 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And that is out of play. High fly ball down the left field line. Brings it in. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
He swings and fouls one off. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. Next pitch misses. Ball 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
That one at the knees for a strike. On the ground, out to short. Over to Goldie. And Guerrero is set down. Third out, and that ends the frame. Down in order go the Blue Jays. They're still down. It's 2-0. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers.
Right.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
This to third. Clement over to first. One up, one down.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
It's Aaron Judge now. He's 0 for 1.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
And Judge spoils that one. Swing and a foul out of play. One down, base is empty. That's towards center, and that is Springer. Makes the grab. 2 away now.
The center fielder, number 35, Cody.
2 outs, base is empty.
Bellinger
up to hit. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Up the middle, Bichette handles, throws to first, and Bellinger is out. That is the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. On to inning number 4. It's the Yankees 2 and the Jays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Anthony Santander. Lifted in the air, right center field. Judge hauls it in, and there's one away.
The center fielder, number 4, George Springer.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Grounded out his first time up. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, "Hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2. When I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me, he said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
Just off the outside part of the plate. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Absolutely dotted the edge of the zone right there. That was a tough battle, man. So to make a really quality pitch and just catch him looking like that, it's got to feel good out there on the mound. That was a fun at bat to watch.
2 down, bases empty. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They trail things here 2-0. Back in New York, bottom of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Swinging a foul straight back. Goldie working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Time called. And they'll do it again. On the ground to third. And they get Goldschmidt for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Reached on an infield single his first time.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders' inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. Varsho makes the play, and there's 2 away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. Throws it away. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Well, that was a throw that just shouldn't have been made. He scored a single and an error, so the official scorer doesn't believe a good throw would have gotten an out, and neither do I. We can't hear it from up here, but I wonder if anyone was telling him just to eat the throw. You know, that's where communication on the infield can sometimes help out a ton.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Yanks lead 1, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Rodon back to work. That one misses. Ball 1. Kirk, a former All-Star, 26 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. Hit in the air out to center field. Bellinger hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Clement batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Good job to fight that one off.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. On the ground right side, and it's through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Over to first, and he's saved. And the batter now, Davis Schneider. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Fouled off down the right side. And that one is lifted in the air. Judge has it sized up and makes the grab. And that is that. Blue Jays held in check, and they're down 2-0. And we're back. Leading off, Jason Dominguez.
The left fielder.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. And it skips in the dirt. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Way high. Hard hit left side. Sends it across to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Now batting, the third baseman, Walter.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Bowden Francis gives way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
they hand the ball over to a new arm, Eric Swanson.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. He's 0 for 1. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Clement snags it for the second out.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Swung on, belted. This one's got a chance. And it hits the fence. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a two-bagger.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
So a runner at second, 2-0. Judge will hit next. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Two outs. And a foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And that is the third out of the inning. One left for the Yankees. They're up 2-0. Top six. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Bo Bichette. Ground ball left side and foul ball. And he takes a strike. That one misses in the dirt. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. With number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
And that misses. And the count is 1-1.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. There's a swing and a drive. Lays out and makes the play.
Great diving catch to end the inning. That'll fire up the dugout for sure. Time to go swing it.
Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the center fielder, Cody Bellinger. Bellinger's an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year. That one not close. 1-2 the count.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Here's a high chopper. Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Now batting, first baseman, Paul.
Here is Goldschmidt. 0 for 2 in this one. To the right side, Jimenez. Fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Jazz.
2 down, bases empty. At the plate, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 2. Popped up. Bichette makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Yanks held in check as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back in the Bronx, top of inning number 7, and now the Toronto cleanup hitter, George Springer.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it. And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Ground ball, Goldie takes it himself, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. First pitch misses.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Alejandro
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. And a foul ball. The Yankees leading by 2 here in the top half of inning number 7. Right through there for a strike.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. It's the Yankees 2 and the Jays nothing. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Burr. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Burr.
And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Guerrero makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
And now here is Austin Wells. Swing and a ground ball, and it stays fair. Here's the left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Jason Dominguez.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings, that one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Now the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. And first offering is fouled off. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Inside, and it's 1-1. That one missed.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
That one misses, and that's ball 3.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Back foot slider struck him out.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst-case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Rice now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Chance to collect himself now as he asks for time. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the bottom of the 7th. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th, Fernando Cruz.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
That one fouled off. Strike 2. Runner at first with no outs here.
When the leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Got it. And 1 out now.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Schneider stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering is fouled back. That's outside. And that's ball 2. Next offering misses down and away. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss. And the count is filled up. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, this could be the start of something. They haven't found a way to score yet, but now's their chance to change that.
First and second, 1 out. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. That's too low, and it's 1-0. Cruz, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big-time benefit. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
And a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in, safe. It's 4-1.
Really nice job, a two-strike hitting in that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Really important at bat coming up now.
Vladdy stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Up the middle, Chisholm. He flips it to second in time, and that's 2. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-1 ball game. You're watching Yankees baseball on the show, NYC. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Tommy Nance.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And the hard-throwing righty trying to secure these outs against a potent Yankee lineup, and it starts with Aaron Judge. And a strike, Nance, 33 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Judge comes up empty there.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
The 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. When you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Bellinger now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Jimmy Garcia appears to be getting loose. One down, base is empty. Out to short. And he'll be safe at first. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Here goes the runner. Swing and a miss. And safe. It's a stolen base. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Finds its way through, base hit. Bellinger is in to score. And it's an RBI single, and they're up by 4. So, man aboard. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Swings here and blasts one left field. That's down. One hops off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. And that one fouled off. One down, runners at second and third. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. One run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Tommy Nance out of the game, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
Jimmy
Toronto,
Garcia will take over
number
here.
93.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to
Jimmy
take deep this season.
Garcia.
You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Volpe leads off first with 1 away. Runner takes off. Pitch misses in. Throw to second and great jump. The 1-1 is fouled off. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
And it's fouled away. Swing and a ball hammered left field. That one carried. And that's going to bang against the wall. The run comes in to score from second, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera. That misses. 1-0. Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And that is that. So it's 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Through 8 full, it's the Yankees 8 and the Blue Jays 1.
Now pitching for the
We're
Yankees,
back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new
number
pitcher on the
41.
mound, Tim Hill.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low-leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
hitter,
Anthony Santander at the plate. Fought off foul. And ball 1. And 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. stays alive. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And he grounds one to the right side. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
And the batter is George Springer. And first offering is fouled off. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the top of the ninth. There's a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. Got him swinging.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
So digging in, Andres Jimenez. On the ground, right side, Chisholm. Blue Jays have just 1 out left here.
The batter, the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. In there at the knees. That's strike 1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. This could end it. And that one missing low.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Got it! And that's the ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.